I'm coming to you from my bedroom. I'm on my bed. It's now the end of January 2026. In August, we decided to buy some real estate, and one of the properties was a condo in central downtown Edmonton. It's currently being transferred to my name, and its value isn't high whatsoever. The privilege of having a private residence that you own is exceptional. The reason why we decided to get me a property was because I kept going homeless. Both of my parents are extremely abusive. I had healed in October after a lifetime of abuse by my psychopath mother. Since I was 18, I had been going to psychotherapy. I had been in the psych ward 3 times. And the fact that I healed from a psychopath is so unique that in my now public career, now engaging with the world, I have become completely unrelatable. And for the first time ever, I had streamed on Twitch. I did a mobile stream and walked around downtown through the pedway system. Who did I see? Daryl Katz, the man behind the ICE District development that is corporate executive officer to the Edmonton Oilers Entertainment Group. He's essentially the center of downtown business life. I couldn't tell you more. I'm not actually engaged with Edmonton business politics. I'm publishing this video because the strategy that I had used to overcome my mother was one of proactivity. You always have to be one step ahead of a psychopath. They will kill you. It's not a matter of if, it's when. And I internalized a really specific philosophy that didn't take any cues from internet culture, modern life, victimhood, capitalism, psychopathy, trauma-informed pathology. I literally ran to the finish line. It was 11 years of just straight up internal violence. Being homeless was not as difficult as facing my internal reality. The homelessness was always working towards a virtuous end, and I knew that, which allowed me to heal in the first place and only take 11 years. And now I'm in this really fucked up position where people can't relate to me. I am going to stop publishing long-form content and strictly stay within the 15-minute guideline. You are essentially only getting snippets of me now because I actually don't care about having a career on YouTube. I'm now confronting the trauma of my abusive father. He abandoned me. I have a burn on my shoulder. My parents are complete pieces of shit. This happened to me when I was a toddler. The story as to what happened isn't clear. It's one of delusion. What my parents do to speak about it is delusional. For the last 5 months, my mom was coming to my psychotherapy sessions. My psychotherapist is going to speak to court, in court, as to my mother's behavior as he knows it, and he's only going to back me up. Those were the most, it was complete theater in that office. And now I'm in this really unique position again. I had, as a Polish person, I am personally taking complete accountability for the Holocaust. I came up with this master's thesis. So when I was 21, I was actually getting my undergraduate degree in sociology. The thing about that is, in Canada, sociology means studying the penitentiary system, and it's literally a production of psychopathy. Our federal government, I don't even want to speak to the Indians and give them a valid reason to practice victimhood. It can be said, though, in a particular light, that they have been targeted by our federal government. And the best example of that is the fact that 80% of our penitentiary system are Indians. Our incarcerated public are Indians. I wasn't willing at 21 years old to engage with the intellectual conundrum of psychopathy within the country of Canada as a Polish person. I'm a dual citizen. The first language I had learned was Polish. I had been spoken to, and I speak with my family in Polish. When I was actually being violated at home by a psychopath. And okay, guys, the way I healed, super fucked up. I had a referral to have my wisdom teeth removed, and you can tell, like, my teeth are clean. My lower teeth are crooked. I have a small jaw. I think we all do. My wisdom teeth began erupting, and just because the dentist knew better, she handed me a referral to have my wisdom teeth removed. I was extremely scared to have this surgery done. I had waited an entire year, and come to realize, the surgeon, his office, and the experience, besides them rushing me out while high as fuck into that possession of my mother, was a excellent experience. I had zero there were no negative there was nothing wrong with my recovery period. I did have a nasal tear, and very potentially that might not have come specifically from the surgeon's hand. I had had all 4 of my wisdom teeth removed. Super crazy. My jaw feels great now. My mouth feels fucking great. This is on another level, experiencing privilege and luxury. I'm put into the possession of my mom. My mom's such a bitch. While I'm high on falafel, which is like the stuff that like, if I'm not mistaken, Michael Jackson died on. And this is the stuff that, like, they put you when they're actually doing surgery on you and they need you out. And so I'm on that stuff. The drive from the office to my residence, 20 minutes, bro. During those 20 minutes, I am crying to my parents, to my mom, telling her how much it hurts that she's abusing me and how much I want her to love me. And she gets to my residence. She's like, "You piss me off." Throws me out of the car. I crawl to my 6th floor property. I have it all on video, and it's published on YouTube on this channel. I don't watch it, so I can't speak to it, and I'm not willing to watch it, so don't even go there. I am filing a personal injury lawsuit against her. And a part of the healing process, which took about like 3 weeks, I had a vision. I don't have an explanation for you. It was just, okay, maybe okay, that sounds stupid. Sorry, I live in like a fucking Christian victim-based stronghold, and so this idea that like God talks to you is like a little bit too like forward in my mind. I didn't have a vision at all. It was just like, it was a stream of consciousness of like extremely clear thoughts, and then I was having a visual experience of shit coming out of my mouth, and it's just like brown ropes of shit. This is happening while I'm awake over the course of a few days during this 3-week period. And then I have a internal vision of a tiny baby with light behind it, like a tiny, like it's like you're looking into a microscope of a baby. And it led me to start feeling better. And like literally, it took me like weeks after that to realize that I had healed from my burn. I don't know. This is why I see a psychologist, because my internal reality is actually more legitimate of a reality than actual reality. And then how did I come to realize that my mom is a psychopath? Like the actual realization, and not the like logical realization or the logical like logical evidence. Oh man, fuck. So my mom gets sexually abused as a kid in Poland. Both of my parents are like from rural Poland. And both of her parents and her 2 siblings, who are both older than her, tell her to cover it up. She doesn't start seeing a psychologist, and at that moment, she develops internalized misogyny and hates men. I'm her only child. My entire life, she has targeted me as an alternative to seeing a psychologist, and my psychologist would back up the fact that this bitch doesn't think she needs therapy. And it's just literally, she's like at any moment my entire life willing to throw down the gauntlet, screaming at everybody that I'm a misogynist because I'm screaming for her love and attention. And I endured that to its logical conclusion, where I healed. The alternative for someone in my position is actually suicide, homicide, suicide. And I healed. Again, this is going to be 15 minutes long. You're not getting a full story. I want to develop a community on YouTube for a end in mind that I have. Do you guys have to know about it? I've been trying to talk about it. It's really difficult because it's a really big goal of mine. My master's thesis requires me to start a private legal research lab to educate the public about workers' rights, privately doing research in labor law. I want to do it through a hair salon because of reasons that are totally intellectual and above everybody's head. It got to the point where a part of the research was so the research question was, what would it actually be like in mind, body, and soul to experience being a prisoner in Auschwitz? And it's gotten to the point now where I'm just straight up being seen. Like there's a surveillance experience that I'm going through, that of publishing onto YouTube, that of live streaming on Twitch. And I'm going through it. Like I literally, after live streaming on Twitch today, had to go to bed, and I was like, what the fuck is this pain in my chest? And it's like the experience of being seen, though healthy, is like corporeal. Okay,